Unlocking Meaning in Poetry, Interpreting Figurative Language. Hello everyone! Today, we're going to dive into the magical world of poetry, specifically focusing on how to interpret figurative language. By mastering this skill, you'll be able to uncover deeper meanings and enjoy a richer experience when reading poems. Figurative language is a tool that poets and writers use to create vivid imagery and complex meanings. It involves using words or expressions that deviate from their literal interpretation to achieve a more effective, imaginative, or emphatic expression. Common types include metaphors, similes, personification, and hyperbole. Let's start with metaphors and similes, two very common types of figurative language. A metaphor directly compares two unrelated things to highlight a particular quality or aspect. For example, in the phrase, "time is a thief," time is compared to a thief to emphasize how quickly and stealthily it can pass. A simile also compares two things, but uses like or as to do so. For instance, "She is as busy as a bee," compares a person's busyness to a bee's, using as to make the comparison. When reading poetry, look out for these comparisons. They can tell you a lot about the poet's intentions and the themes of the poem. Now, let's move on to personification and hyperbole. Personification involves giving human traits to non-human entities. For instance, in the line, "The wind whispered through the trees," the wind is given the human ability to whisper, creating a vivid and perhaps eerie image. Hyperbole is an extreme exaggeration used to emphasize a point. If a poet writes, "I've told you a million times," they don't mean it literally, but are emphasizing the repetitiveness of their actions. Like with metaphors and similes, spotting personification and hyperbole can provide you with insights into a poem's meaning. One of the best ways to get better at interpreting figurative language in poetry is to practice. Try to find examples of figurative language in poems you read and think about what they might mean. This isn't always easy, but that's part of the fun. Remember, your interpretation is just as valid as anyone else's as long as you can support it with evidence from the poem. So, that's a quick guide on how to interpret figurative language in poetry. We've covered metaphors, similes, personification, and hyperbole. But remember, these are just a few of the many tools poets use to express their ideas and evoke emotions. Keep practicing, and you'll get better at discovering the depth of meaning that can be found in poetry. As always, keep reading and keep exploring. Happy learning!